Look closer.
I'm telling you, the file is trash. The Constant doesn't so much burn his bridges as blow them up. Arthur Edwards, whoever he was, don't exist anymore. His personal data somehow deletes itself from any system that records him, way beyond advanced. The partners spared no expense to make sure their controller would be untraceable.
How untraceable?
Look, I did what you asked, but Gray's gone and I'm no Diana. I'm not who you need right now. You gotta be kidding me.
ICA?
I used every encryption known to man. Who are these guys?
The best. It's only a matter of time before they get lucky. We need to take them down.
You and which army?
I know where the agency stores its files, mission reports, client data. If we leak it to the public...
You want to whistleblow the ICA?
It's the path of least resistance. Turns out, you are who I need right now, Olivia.
I do this, and I'm out. So, what are we breaking into?
Data facility in Chongqing, China. Run by a man called Hush.
Of course. The ICA site in Chongqing houses the agency's data storage and analyst division. Needless to say, security is daunting. The state-of-the-art server vault is biometrically wired to the facility's two overseers: Imogen Royce, behavioral analysis pioneer, and Hush, a data security guru with a taste for fringe transhuman experimentation.
Tell me about Hush.
A former cyber terrorist for the Ministry of State Security in Kadanyang, who fled his country after one of the Po regime's periodic purges. He made a career doing cybersecurity for dark web deplorables, human traffickers, organ harvesters, scum like him, with no code or conscience. ICA sure can pick 'em. No offense.
Can you disable security?
A dual authentication protocol ensures that any handling of data must be directly authorized by Hush and Royce, the proverbial human factor device to make the system impenetrable. Luckily, I found a loophole. If both overseers should unexpectedly die within a short space of time, the system reverts to a temporary fail-safe protocol, which I can bypass. Take them off the board, and you'll have free access to the data core, and I'll handle the rest.
And you're sure it'll work?
Look, I know Hush. If I'm wrong, we won't live long enough to regret it.
All right. I will leave you to prepare.
Hello, welcome to another video with me, Christian Rauchenwald. Now in this guide I'm going to show you how to complete the end of an era mission in Hitman World of Assassination as Silent Assassin, Suit Only Sniper Assassin, and also unlock a challenge for killing both targets with one bullet. To do that you will need to smuggle a sniper rifle, not smuggle, but equip yourself with a container and then put a sniper rifle in that container. Ideally you use the same one I'm using here that you can unlock by achieving Mastery level 20 in Hitman's Haven Island mission, because you will need one that has ideally the silenced attribute as well as the piercing attribute, so you can kill both targets with one bullet. That said, it's important to point out this is much easier if you already finished the mission at least once and you pick another starting location, because if you pick the default starting location that's available when you play the mission for the first time, you will have the objective to hack the data core. However, if you pick any of the other starting locations, you will be able to skip that objective because it then becomes optional, which means after shooting the targets you will have a quick escape instead of having to sneak into the facility suit only as well. However, this guide is created in a way that everybody can follow along, so even if you're playing the mission for the first time, you could theoretically follow this guide and complete all objectives, so killing both targets and hacking the data core as Silent Assassin, Suit Only Sniper Assassin. For everybody that uses a different starting location, I will point out at which point you can then take the exit and which exit is the easiest to take. And with that, let's jump directly into the mission.
Chongqing, China. This city is Big Brother's wet dream with more than 2.5 million cameras covering 15 million people. Privacy is a four-letter word in this place. pretty ironic that a cloak and dagger organization like the ICA keeps its most valuable secrets here. You'll find Hush conducting his fringe experiments in an abandoned apartment building, while Imogen Royce, the archivist, runs the day-to-day business of the ICA data facility. I just hope you know what you're doing, 47.
So from the start, we will make our way to the laundry shop and there then use the key code 0118 to access the staircase and make our way to the rooftop. If you pick the different starting locations, so the hacking of the data core becomes an optional objective for you, then you also have to make your way to the laundry shop from your respective starting location. If you're not sure where the laundry shop is, maybe you know where the restaurant is that plays a part in some of the mission stories. Well, from the restaurant, which is on our right in a few seconds here, you basically would simply go straight up those stairs and then take a left, and here we have our laundry shop. As said, at the end of the laundry shop there's a door that has a panel and the code 0118 unlocks the door for you. Go through this door, we're in a trespassing area, but there's not much risk. We can either walk left here or, like I'm doing, go to the right, hide behind that ventilation unit and wait for both guards to look the other way, take the stairs further up. If you didn't go outside like I did here, you would reach this level from the door on the left. Here we can just walk past that guard and take the last set of stairs onto the top of the building. There's going to be a drone in the right corner that we can scan with our camera to also start one of the mission stories. And that will be part of getting both targets into place so we can actually kill them with one bullet. So take out your camera, scan the drone, and then you can get into position here on this platform and take out your sniper rifle.
I can't use the transfer from this one, but if you take down a couple more, I might be able to piggyback the message and gain access to Royce's phone. This place is an excellent vantage point to take down some drones.
Now before we start shooting down the drones, in the background you want to throw down your suitcase, because later two guards will come onto the roof, and if your suitcase is here, one of them would pick it up, carry it downstairs and come back upstairs, which might ruin your run. Once the suitcase is thrown down, you can start shooting down the 5 drones that are flying in the background. Now, since I'm quite a bad shot, even with that great sniper rifle, I'm gonna fast forward to the next part so you don't have to wait that long. Now, once you shoot down the last drone, she's gonna get onto the phone and basically request security to check all roofs. You should then pick up your sniper rifle if, like me, you accidentally dropped it, and go to this ledge here and just hang from the ledge until the 2 men that come to check the roof also leave it again. Also, additionally to that, she just launched 2 new drones in the area on the left where Hush officers are. And once the guards disappear, we are going to take out those 2 drones as well to facilitate a meeting between both parties, which allows us to again kill both of them with 1 bullet. And just like before, I'm going to fast forward to the part where the guards are actually leaving, so you don't have to wait around that long. Once both guards start to leave the roof, you can just scale up again and get back into position, and then take a shot at the 2 drones that spawned newly on the left. If you use instinct, by the way, you can get them highlighted in yellow. Again, because I'm such a bad shot, I'm also gonna fast forward this part to the next relevant point.
Not bad.
With all the drones taken care of, she will now request a meeting with Hush on the Lotus passage, which is back there where you can see the blue neon lights. On that passage, they will meet the set, and you also would have an option to blow both of them up with the gas canister that's standing there. However, in this guide, we're going for the killing both of them with one bullet. So you just have to wait for them to meet. And I would recommend, as I'll do in the video, you will see it a little bit later, to use the one save slot that you have on master difficulty around the time when they start their dialogue on the passage. So in case you miss the shot, you can reload and try it again.
Now, hush, the Lotus Passage.
Well done.
Damn you, hush.
And while I'm creating the save slot right here, you could actually wait a little bit longer so that if you screw up, you do not have to listen through the entire dialogue over and over again. While they're talking, Hush is going to move a little bit further to the right, and then you want to aim at his upper body because she will at some point walk behind him, and that gives you the split second you need to pull the trigger and kill both of them with one bullet.
With your drones, but now you make me wish I had.
Yeah, right. Those drones are just the half of it. Your condition? Bullshit. Your sneaky secrecy? Fuck that. You've crossed a line here, and there's no going back. I want to see what you're up to in there.
I've crossed a line. You're out of your mind. You're obsessed with me. Look at yourself.
And that's it, both targets are down. Now we have to make our way from the roof by again hanging from that ledge and sliding down the drain pipe. If you pick the different starting location, you can then try to reach the exit that is on the right of us, so behind us right now, or you can just follow along here. One important thing, after you slide down the drain pipe, you have to walk and not run to the door, otherwise one of the guards will turn around. Other than that, once you are through the door and in the staircase, you can just make your way down without any challenge whatsoever. And if you pick the different starting location, you could then pick any of the other available exits, like going back to the main starting point or the scooter that is the road up on the left. If you ever pick the default starting location, you also have to hack the data core, and to do that we are going to walk right past the restaurant here to basically use one of the possible entry points into the facility. On that walkway here, when we turn left, we will find or hear a person talking about the access code here on the left. And here you want to wait for her to look in your direction and then look to the left before you vault over that railing, otherwise she can spot you. Then simply drop down, take cover behind that stuff here, and then when she's not looking, sneak up and subdue her. You can then drag her body to the right. There is a container where you can put it in, and you can access the facility then by using the same key code 0118 that we used before. Once inside, just follow the main hallway here until we are actually in the inner area of the facility. And then here, go to the right and vault down over the railing, and then also vault down over the second railing. Here we want to cross that open space and then vault the railing on the left, so we can hang and climb our way to the other railing that was visible on the left right now. You should use your instinct here. There's one guard in the background that has a routine that sometimes leads him to look in your direction. Right now he's walking to the right, but if he's walking your way and looks your way, you should wait here. Now once here, we go here to the table and grab the access dongle, go through the door and use our camera to darken that window so the camera doesn't record us. And then we use the camera again to unlock that ventilation shaft here. After climbing through, there's a screwdriver on the floor on the left that you need to pick up, and with that you can just follow the maintenance corridor here all the way until you find a spot where you can drop down one level further. Here you want to take a left, so immediately after dropping down, and then use the screwdriver to pry open this ventilation shaft. And then you want to head a little bit to the right, but not too far, and take out your pistol to take out that camera in the right corner. After that, take out your camera and open the door on your left to darken the window on the right side and optionally also the window on the left side so that the NPC that is in that room cannot see you when you walk past. With that done, you want to wait for that guard to be in the position he's currently at and then use that fuse box as a distraction and hide in the closet. Once he enables the fuse box again, it's your moment to subdue him and stash his body in the closet we're currently hiding in.
This will be fixed in no time. On.
Please, no!
Next, we want to make our way through that corridor. However, we also have to take care of the camera at the end. You want to take out your pistol here and shoot the camera. That will alert one of the two NPCs here, and you can either just run straight to the next ventilation vent at the end of the corridor or hide behind the server rack until the NPC goes back into position and then make your way to this ventilation vent. In that ventilation vent, you just want to take a right and then a left and then follow along until you find the entrance on the left that will allow you to enter the core room through the ventilation system. Once in the core room, you will have to approach the server rack or keyboard that there is on the other side and go through a couple of QuickTime events.
No need to worry about intruders. It's all here. Clients, operatives, every hit the ICA ever sanctioned. Enough to shut them down for good. But first you need to locate all files referencing Diana and yourself. Go way back. I didn't realize that I don't know. I get why you want to protect her. So, wipe all the data referring to the two of you from their system before we publish the rest. Okay, good. I've set up a link to an information nonprofit site. When you press that button, it's up there and the whole world will know. There's no undo 47. This will shut the ICA down for good. You really okay with this? It's who you've been for so long.
Maybe it's time for a change.
I'll just return things to normal. No need to alert them we were here prematurely.
Detected.
Shit! I missed that. We're blown 47. I can hold the doors for a little while. Use the vents to get out. Go, now!
With that done, what's left is to make our escape. We have to retrace some of our steps, however we cannot follow the exact same route because the maintenance tunnel on the right is burning, so we have to make a left turn here and just follow the maintenance tunnel to the point where we can exit it.
Core shut down. Temperature critical. Warning. Fire detected.
Once we leave the maintenance tunnel, you should enable your instinct and wait a bit because there could be a fourth person, a guard, that actually enters the corridor where the scientist just ran. In my case, that guard isn't showing up, so once this guard walks away, I can actually enter that corridor, and just walk casually through it. If in your case that guard enters the corridor as well, you can knock him out here and put him in the closet we just saw on the right. Otherwise, just keep going into the other corridor we went through earlier, and there in the middle there's another ventilation shaft we can enter, so climb inside that vent and then take the ladder on the right to get one level higher up. You can now leave the ventilation shaft here, turn to the right, and upon leaving turn to the left and then to the right again, and then take the door on the left. You could also wait a little bit and use your instinct to time it better with the guards that are here, but that's pretty much it. Now in that new maintenance area we want to drop down again and then just follow the maintenance shaft towards that ladder, and there's a panel on the wall that you can interact with that will lower the ladder, and then you can climb up to the top. You don't want to climb up all the way, so you don't want to go out already, because as you can see using instinct there are two guards there, and you want to wait for the guard on the left to actually walk to the left and then immediately make your way to the left side here and just hunker down. Now once that guard that's currently blocking our exit walks back, you can just rush through the door and take a left turn. And with that, all you have to do is go to your exit, so take another left turn here, and you can then use the scooter as your exit point for this mission. You will have completed the end of an era mission as Silent Assassin Suit Only Sniper Assassin.
Turn now to the data leak bombshell causing shockwaves across the world, the so-called ICA files. The disclosure of
You win. So, what happens now?
The ball's in your court, Miss Burnwood. I do have other candidates, you know. Most of whom have never tied me to a chair.
You've seen the news. That was 47 acting on his own. He is untethered, he is unstoppable, and he cannot be bargained with. He will find you, Mr. Edwards, and I'm the only chance you've got.
I'm listening.
47 has one weakness. Me.